grade 2s and 3s, welcome back to my Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and today I have a friend joining us. Let us say hi to everyone at home. Our theme this week has been traditional and modern house and building materials. Now before we begin, we need to sanitize our hands. So let us take our sanitizer. 2 spritz. Well done. Rub. In between, round and round. Very good. And it is also important that we practice good social distancing. So let us spread our arms out to make sure we're not touching anyone and in front of us. Very good. Our topic today is estimation with odd and even numbers, as well as measuring and adding and subtraction. Let us now take a look at our first exercise on page 14. Here you can see that we have balls in different boxes. We are going to practice estimation, which is also known as guessing. We are going to guess how many balls are in each block. We're going to start with the first one, and the first one is giving you options. Are there 6 balls? Are there 15 balls? Or are there 30 balls? I want you to, without counting, to guess, and you're going to circle your answer. When you're done circling your answer, I would like you now to count the balls and actually get the answer. Your actual amount will be in the box there next to your guess. You're going to do that for all 3. And remember to read the instructions that you are given, as well as to be honest and just guess first. Let's move on to number 15, page 15. On page 15, we can see that we have division. Now to divide is to break apart and put in different groups. We are going to be using the grouping system and we are going to circle them. You can see for number 1, they have done it for us and they are stars. Number 1 says, how many groups of 6 can you make with 36 stars? So they have 36 stars and in each group they are going to put 6 stars. You can count them and see that in each group there are 6 stars. After grouping all the stars, it is now time to count the groups themselves. You can also see and count by yourselves how many groups there are. The answer is on the left side. There are 6 groups. So in each group there are 6 stars. And we are now going to put that in a division equation. So we start with the things that we were counting. We were counting 36 stars. So we write the number 36. Then we put the division sign, as you can see, which is 2 small boxes or 2 dots and a line in between. Then we put the number 6, but this one is from the question. So the 6 we are putting is from the question. And then we put our equal sign, which will say equals to 6. The second 6, we got it from the number of groups. You are going to do this for all of them, as shown in the example. And remember to count out loud as you are circling. Let's just look at number 2. Number 2 says, how many groups of 4 can you make with 16 circles? So we have our 16 circles there. And you're going to put them in groups of 4. You need to count 4 circles before you circle them as one group. And then after that, you must count your groups and put the answer where it says groups. Then you're going to divide or make a division equation, starting with 16 divided by, and then you continue. The rest of these you can do by yourselves. For our next exercise, we are going to divide the numbers with odd and even. Please turn to page 16. On page 16, you can see that there are numbers below. We have 2, 13, and we have right up until the number 6. You are going to take these numbers and divide them, whether they are odd number box or even number box. Our friend here is going to do that for us. The first number she's going to try is 2. Is that an odd number or an even number? Well done! The next number is 4. Is that an odd number or an even number? Very good! The next number we're going to try is 8. Is that an odd number or an even number? Well done! I hope you're following at home, and if you are, you must give yourself a pat on the back. The next number we have is 9. Is that an odd number or an even number? Yes, well done! And the last number that we have is 17. Is that an odd number or an even number? Very good. Now I want you to try this exercise by yourself. Make sure that you write the correct number in the odd box or the even box. I hope you enjoyed the last exercise and that you did it correctly. Don't forget, odd numbers and even numbers are different. Now let us move to the next exercise on page 17. We are now talking about length, and we are going to measure the length in terms of centimeters. Now, centimeters are the way that we use to measure with a ruler. You can see that there is a black ruler there, and on that black ruler are numbers. Each number is a centimeter. So from 1 to 2, that is 1 centimeter, up until you can see to the 12th number. And in between are what we call half a centimeter. So a whole centimeter goes from one number to another, and then half a centimeter goes in between the two numbers. We are going to use the ruler, or you are going to use the ruler at home to check how many centimeters each item that we can see there. The first one is a pencil. You can see that the pencil has been measured for us. Now when we are measuring as well, it's important to mark the beginning of the item and the end of the item so that we know exactly where to put our ruler. You can see that the ruler has been put right at the beginning of the pencil where the eraser stays. And it is important to make sure that the ruler is in line with the item. It is also important to mark an end of the item by putting a line so that you'll be able to read the answer much more clearly. So if you try this at home with the first one, second, and all the other items, you will see that you will get a correct reading. Do not forget to mark the item from where it starts to where it ends to help you measure. Number 3 is asking you to use a ruler to draw the lines for the following lengths in your books. This one, you are going to start with a starting line for number 3. Let us take a look at the board. I have my ruler here. So my starting line can be where it says 3 centimeters. I can put my starting line right here. Then I know that I can put my ruler at the beginning of that starting line, like so. And with looking, or by looking at your ruler, you will be able to see how 3 centimeters would look like from your starting line to your finishing line. Your finishing line should be in line with the number you have been asked to measure. Here is my 3 centimeters. And to connect the two, I draw another line in between. So this is how I know that this is 3 centimeters. Let's go back into your exercise. They are asking you to do 3 centimeters up until 8 centimeters. So I will leave you to do these ones at home. Let's turn to page 18. On page 18 is a different exercise, but we are still dealing with measuring. Here we can see that it is asking you to measure 3 objects that are longer or 3 objects that are shorter than your pencil. Now everybody has a pencil at home, so I want you to find any 3 objects. Here we have found in our little classroom 3 objects that are longer than our pencil. This is our pencil, and our piece of string is longer than our pencil. We have also found a bottle that is longer than our pencil, and we have a book that is longer than our pencil. So we can write these 3 objects. You are going to find your own 3 objects. At the same time, it is also asking for 3 objects that are shorter than your pencil. We can see that the sharpener is shorter than the pencil. The Lego is shorter than the pencil. And the Post-its are also shorter than the pencil. So we will write these 3 things in our book. You have to find your own 3 things that are longer and 3 things that are shorter to write in your booklet. I hope you managed to find the things that you are looking for to measure between shorter and longer with your pencil. Now let us go to another exercise on page 19. Here we can see that there are 3 things that we are going to be tackling. The first one is number 1, where it is basically like decomposing or breaking down the number. You can see that they gave you an example there. And that example, we are going to try and use the same method to answer the first one. Let us take a look at the board. Now what you have to remember is that when we are breaking down a number, it is exactly how you say it. So if I say 100, then I must write 100. And 70, we will write 70. And another plus sign. And we have our 5. So it will be 5. So it is now 175, the same as here. You're going to try this with the rest for number 1. Let us now take a look at what is in the booklet for number 2. Number 2, we have addition and subtraction. Now grade 2s and 3s, we have been doing addition and subtraction for a long time. So this one shouldn't take us too much time. But let us just do 2 examples. We're going to do the first one and the last one. Let's take a look at the board. On the board, we have 21 plus 41. And this is how we add. We are going to say 1 plus 1. Remember, when we are adding like this, we start from the right and then come to the left. So we say 1 plus 1 equals 2. So we write our 2 just underneath here, in line with our numbers. Then we say 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4 equals 6. Well done. Let us now try a subtraction one. Here we have 66 minus 43. But we are going to start from the right and come to the left. So it will now say 6 minus 3. And we all know what 6 minus 3 is. It is 3. So we are writing our 3. Then we are going to say 6 minus 4. Our answer is 2. There you have it. So the rest you are going to do by yourselves for number 2. Let us now take a look at number 3 in our booklets. If you go down to the page, you can see that it says, complete the number patterns. Now, at first look, you are going to think, oh, Teacher Mutsa, this is simple. This is just missing numbers. But no, each one has a different sequence that they follow. If we're going to do number 1 together, let us do it together. You have to count and find out how many numbers are missing in between each number for you to get the next numbers. So let us look at the board. We are going to do the one that we start with. Here we have 25 and then we have 13. So we need to find out how many numbers are missing between 25 and 30 by counting. We are going to say 25, then we're going to make sticks, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Let us now move on to the next number. After 30, we have 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Let's move on to the next number. From 35, we have 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Now we look back. We take a step back and we check how many numbers are missing in between each of these numbers. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we get to the next number, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next number, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we write the next number, 5. So if we use this method, we will be able to get the next number. Let's try. From 40, we are going to draw 4 sticks or 4 numbers, and then we will write the 5th one. Let's go. 41, 42, 43, 44, and then we are writing the next one, which is 45. And we're going to do the same again. From 45, we are counting on 46, 47, 48, 49, and remember we are writing the 5th number, which is 50. Then, let's look for the last number in the sequence. 51, 52, 53, 54, and remember we write the 5th number, 55. And now we have completed the sequence. Remember to check with the sticks that you write on top. They will help you. And it is not the same for all the numbers. And I want you to do this slowly and calmly. I know that you are clever to do all the sums for this exercise by yourself. I hope you enjoyed the last exercise. Remember, with maths, it's all about practice. So you need to continue practicing maths for you to get better at it. Now let us go to page 20, where we have another exercise waiting for us. Here we have grouping, which is very simple. The grouping we're going to do is already done for us, if you can see. Your job is to take your pencil and group them properly by circling them. And once you're done circling them, you need to count the groups that you have made. You can see that number 1, that they were grouped in 3s, and the total number of groups is 8. For number 2, you are going to count as well. Physically count how many groups they already have. They have done number 2 and number 4 for you, so you don't have to draw any circles there. But for the rest, please draw a circle. You can use your pencil or you can use your color, and make sure that you're having fun when doing this one. This is the last exercise for our lesson. And now that we are done, we should sanitize our hands. Remember, sanitizing is very important. Everywhere you go, make sure that you are clean, especially at a construction site. And before we go, we also need to check our social distancing. So let us spread out our hands, very good, and in front of us. Well done. But I wonder, have you seen Zashi today? Oh, hello Zashi. So from Zashi, my friend, and myself, we all want to say bye.
Hi everyone, I'm Josh and I'm back. Even though the schools are closed, I thought about we can still do online classes, learning and reading. You can also do your schoolwork. Until next time, bye!